Hello, Happy New Year's. How are you guys doing? I have missed you all. I was not feeling well. I was, I have sinuses and allergies, and I didn't even finish Vlogmas, guys. I think I got up to day 23. Was it 23? And I was like, you know what? I am not feeling it. So after Christmas, my son and his girlfriend did 2 videos for me because, guys, I was just not feeling it. Yeah, turning 50 has created problems. Because I think in my 40s, I don't know. I think I don't know. I think maybe I am just now beginning to realize, girl, as they say, sit your old self down somewhere. Because when I tell you, them allergies and sinuses had me down. Had your girl out. Do you hear me? Out. So, thank God I feel so much better because this week, 911 Lonestar came on. Sisters came back. I just watched it, but I got 2 more videos ahead of Sisters. So, Happy New Year's. I have missed talking to you guys. Oh, man. I am just 2022, guys. Can you imagine? We are in 2022. Happy New Year's to you. I hope, all your dreams come true. I hope, if you made some New Year's resolutions, you stick to them. I don't make New Year's resolutions. I just walk it out day by day because, some days are better than others. And I don't want to lie to myself about, girl, you're going to lose weight. Really? Am I? Am I really going to put that cake down? If it's chocolate, probably not. So, I ain't making no promises. I'm not making no promises. Anywho, my first video for tonight is going to be Lonestar Season 3, Episode 1. And I think it's called The Big Chill or something like that, okay? So, the episode opens up with Owen Strand. He's before the board because you guys remember on the last episode, he hit Billy and he attacked Billy, right? But Billy had, said some stuff or whatever, and because they made Billy deputy chief, whatever, right? So he was, he did get flying all out the way or whatever with Owen Strand. So he hit him. He cold cocked and beat him up. So, okay, coming back, he had a black eye, little. It looked like Strand just really beat him up real horribly. So they was trying to suspend him or whatever. And, he was like, hey, first of all, he was not a deputy. He was not deputy chief when I cocked him. You know what I'm saying? When I made him look the way he's looking right now, he was just a regular chief or whatever, right? Captain or whatever. So, he, so they suspended him or whatever. Okay. So, I'm not liking Billy. I liked him in Twilight as Bella's dad, Chief Swan, but over here on 911, I'm not liking him whatsoever. I'm not. So, anywho, he leaves on his suspension, right? So then, what is it? So when he leave out or whatever, the whole team, guys, it's a shame. Like when I be scribbling across this paper, and then I have nerve to sit up here in front of this camera and like, girl, what is that? I be asking myself in my head so that y'all can't hear. I be like, girl, what is that? I don't know. And I be answering myself too. I be like, I don't know, girl. You better just fake it. But anywho, so when he leave out of the meeting or whatever, the whole crew is there or whatever, because his station was the 126, where they closing the 126 down because they said there was a budget cut or whatever, and they really, want to do away with the 126. So, what happened is, even in the last episode or whatever, they had, assigned the crew to other, stations or whatever. Okay. Oh, excuse me. So they assigned the crew to different stations, and so the crew, they were outside. His team was outside, and they were like, "Well, Captain, what's going on? What they say? Is the 126 gonna get back together, whatever?" And so he was trying to encourage them or whatever. We're gonna just keep fighting or whatever. So because even in the meeting, he said, "Why don't you give us time?" And I would look over the budget, and I would look over the numbers and crunch the numbers enough to make it make sense for the 126 to stay open. Okay, well. They weren't trying to hear that. They said the 126 will be demolished, and, so they was all discouraged or whatever. And, he went off to his little cabin in the woods, or ranch, or whatever you want to call it, with Buttercup. Buttercup is his dog. So he, big old fluffy dog, he went off to the, retreat with Buttercup. Okay. So here comes this big chill, right? Okay, well, no, right before the chill, they was getting ready to demolish the building, the 126, and Marjan go and handcuff herself to the door. And so while she's standing there, all of a sudden, snow starts falling down or whatever. And guys, 911 Lonestar is supposed to be in Texas. And remember, for all of you guys who are from Texas who watch, as well as those who don't or whatever. I mean, those that are not from Texas, well, the storm they're talking about is the blizzard we had, I want to say back in February, I think, we had this blizzard. And man, when I tell you, so many people died and froze to death, because then they had the nerve to why is my eye red? My eye look red? Okay, y'all know I will get off track. So yeah, then they had nerve talking about a rolling outage. Do you not know it's ice and snow on the ground, sir, madam, whoever is over over the electricity, whatever, and you talking about a rolling outage, and do y'all hear me? I'm in Texas, right? I'm in Dallas, and they had the nerve to say during the blizzard, that we was experiencing a rolling outage. How, sir, ma'am? When you go to your house, is it warm, sir? Because, over here, the lights out. It's crazy. But thank God my lights did not go out. My water froze up or whatever, but the lights did not go out. So we had heat. But yeah, it was a lot of people, they had it real bad. But anyway, so they really referring to that moment in the 911 Lonestar. See, I got off track, but I was just trying to give y'all some history. You know what I'm saying? Some history. Okay. So while she was handcuffed to the door, all of a sudden it started snowing or whatever. And then since it was snowing, they had to delay demolishing the 126. Well, I guess one of the people called the cops, and here come the cops. It was Carlos, and guys, remember Carlos was going with what is his name? Owen's son. What is Owen's son's name? I can't even think of his. TK. I think it's TK. Is it TK? Yeah, I think it's TK. Okay. So remember last season, him and TK was living together and, all in love, and they broke up. I'm going to have to go see what episode did I miss that they all of a sudden broke up. Because I remember the house caught on fire and whatever, and the man was trying to kill him. But I'm gonna have to go find something, because if y'all was madly in love, the very last episode I saw, why all of a sudden now they broke up. So they broke up. Here come Carlos, looking like he's sucking on 25 lemons, and so he handcuffed Marjan, take her to the police station, take her to jail. And so they talking in the car, whatever, and he going around in circles because really, he thought she was trying to get in his business with, I think his name is TK. No, TK is the nurse. I mean, TK is the lady. Guys, I done went blank. I do not remember his name. Anywho, they was all madly in love and stuff last season, and now this season they broke up. So he driving looking like like I said, he's sucking on 25 lemons, and so the guys back at at their locations or whatever, they had to go back because they got to work. So Judd is not sleeping because he's unhappy too. And so he's in the room because, Grace is she looks like she's about to burst with this baby. So he's painting the baby. He's painting clouds and animals and whatever on the wall. And so she comes in and she was talking to him. And, she was worried about him. And she was like, hey, you need to rest, Judd. And, and he's they are feeling some type of way because of the 126 because they dismantling 126. Okay, so he had got a call, but he ignored the call or whatever, and so come to find out, Billy. Well, let me get to that. I'm just gonna stay on Marjan. So Marjan went to jail, and then Billy was the one who got her out. So she get out. She was like, who paid? And when she go around the corner, she see Billy. And Billy's like, I'm just, I'm trying to get you to have some reasoning and talk to the other people or whatever. And she was like, I don't want to talk to you or whatever. And you had my captain, you made him lose his job and all that. He was like, what do you mean? So he give her this paper. Strand could get his job back if Strand apologized. He just got to sign this paper saying he apologized. And Strand refuses to do that. So, so she thought about it. She was like, whatever, but he gave her the paper. So she take the paper and go back to the station she's located at, and she's talking to the guys, and she's telling them, hey, did you guys know that Strand could come back? The only thing he has to do is sign this paper. So she decides to take it upon herself because she feel like, hey, we are a family and he needs to sign this paper. Evidently, he don't know. And we need to get back together. My eye look red, guys. But I guess it's not. Maybe it's this glasses. I don't know. Maybe it's this pretty brown skin. I don't know. But some, I don't know. Anywho, honey. So she goes and she drives in the snow. And mind you, it's snowing up to the ranch to talk to Strand, and basically he lets her know, no, I'm not signing any paper or whatever. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that. So she was mad and she leave the paper and she's headed back out, and I'm like, okay, we already know how this gonna be. So okay, there's a truck driving, and the guy is sitting on the back of the truck filming his friend riding down the street in the snow on some skis. And I'm like, okay, I already know accident about to happen because he's stupid for riding in these skis putting these skis on, riding up and down these roads like this is Aspen. This is not Colorado. This is Texas, and this is the streets. Okay. Next thing you know, he hit a hole. Bam, he fall. So he falls, and they had to call. Here come the call to 911. Here come the fire department or whatever. So in the police, so they have to cut him out. It's the fire department and ambulance. They had to cut him out of the ice, and so Mateo is cutting him out of the ice or whatever, and then they put him in the ambulance. Well, before that happened, The boss of the new fire station calls. I think she is TK. What's her name? Torres. What is her name, guys? Gina Torres. I think she is TK, right? Anywho, so he calls her into the office and he's telling her, hey, the lady that you saved, she brought some cookies, some snickerdoodle cookies. However, looking over the reports, you did not administer any medicine. And when he said that, I was like, and the problem with that is what? Because she's fine. And she was like, well, she didn't need it. And he was like, well, protocol is we give them medicine or whatever. Okay, if I don't need medicine, why would you give me medicine, sir? And he told her, don't let this happen again. So she take the cookies and walk out. And basically the crew is so over all these people. They do not want to work with nobody else but the ones who they work with at the 126. And they just over it. Marjan leave and mad. And okay, so this man, and two men break into this furniture store. So the man at the furniture store, he called 911, and here come Carlos again, looking like he swallowed 25 lemons and 35 limes, and sucking on some burl salt, and I don't know. He just looked like he's bitter. He just looks like a walking bitter board. You know what I'm saying? He just looks bitter. So he was like, well, did you go in? He was like, no, I heard the noise and I called the police. You are so smart. Because why would you go into that building like that building is screaming for help? You did the right thing, baby. Let me call who can go in here with a gun. And I'm going to stand out on the outside while you go in there and do what they paying you, what the city's paying you for, sir. He said, no, I heard the noise and I called you. And I was like, you... He said, I heard the noise and I called 911, sir. Now, this is where you do your job. That was so funny to me. I was like, he said, what now? He said, no, I heard the noise and I called the police. So he go in there, he find this man. He was amputee, laying in bed, saying he was looking for a warm place. So he takes the two men to the shelter, not the jail, but to the shelter. Well, the shelter he took them to, all of a sudden, snow, I guess the building was weak, and the people had to scatter because the roof started coming down. He grabbed a man, and they did end up back at the furniture place. But then they realized someone was missing. One of the teenage girls and her family, parents came, and they was trying to find her or whatever. Marjan was leaving and she couldn't really see, and when she finally could see, there was a truck and she had to swerve, and she go down into the trees and hit a tree, and now she's knocked out. And on the way to Strand was walking with Buttercup, and Buttercup got away. That's why I'm saying, like, that's dog. If you run away in a blizzard, I hope you know your way home. But who is not finna run behind you to find you when you running away from home and it's a blizzard? I don't know, honey. I guess you animal lovers have patience, and I don't know, but okay, because he was like, come on, Buttercup, let's go. Well, maybe he should have had Buttercup on a leash, because the minute come on, Buttercup, let's go back home, is getting bad out here, Buttercup decides to go in the opposite direction. Mind you, the snow is coming down real bad. You can't really see, and Buttercup goes, on an adventure hunt the opposite way. Yeah, well, I hope you can sniff your way back home, because see right here with me, this is where, let me go on back home, and I hope your senses lead you back to the house, because I'm not about to run in this blizzard and look for you. Why would you run the opposite way of home? Like, why would you do that? So he runs after the dog, and this man was down on the ground, and he turned the man over. The man is speaking Spanish. He can't understand what he's saying. It opened with a bang, you know what I'm saying? Because this blizzard here in Texas, it really did happen, and it was horrible. It was very, very horrible. And I mean, it was throughout Texas. I want to say Louisiana, but I think Louisiana happened before. But yeah, I know Texas was messed up. It was really messed up. So that was 911 Lonestar, season 3, episode 1, The Big Chill. And everybody's running around because they act like, well, I guess we not used to, we really not used to blizzards. And that's what we had. I really want to say we had a blizzard. They call it something they called it. But we call it a blizzard, and we are not used to blizzards. Okay, we might get snow this year. It might miss a year, and then we might get some snow. Texas is bipolar. Okay, Texas needs some pills to calm its nerves, because you go outside, it's cold. You go back outside, it's hot. Go back outside, it's raining. It's like, baby, can you just let me off the merry-go-round and so I can just go in the house, okay? You might go to school, you got on some shorts, you come get out of school, it's 105 degrees, but I've been here all my life, so I'm used to it. But people coming from somewhere where they actually have winter, spring, summer, fall, like we have spring, we have summer, we have fall, but we don't always have a winter. And then sometimes our winters come late. So, but yeah, Buttercup, he ran the opposite way of home. And I'm like, so you have to be a real animal lover for that, because I just know me. Like, oh, okay, so you decide to run away from home today in a blizzard? Okay, well, okay. I mean, don't let me stop you. If you want to run away from home, I mean, I hate that you picked today, that it was the day of a blizzard, to run away from home. I mean, I wish you didn't want to run away yesterday or earlier part of last week or whenever you chose today to run away, and it's a blizzard. I wouldn't know what to tell you, because I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is what I forgot, since I was talking about Buttercup. This old couple was driving, and they had turtles. I guess they was rescuing turtles. And so they swerved out and stopped. And so they get out the car. I don't know. I guess they looking for turtles. He go and he see one frozen, and he's slipping on the ice, and he goes, oh, I'm gonna save you, old buddy, old pal. And man, you like 100 years old, slipping and sliding on this ice. If you fall and hurt yourself, ain't nothing healing for this turtle. Okay? You slipping and sliding, and she like, oh, be careful, dear. You be careful. You know you won't heal. Well, she didn't say that, but I'm sure that's what she was thinking. You know you're not going to heal properly, so be careful. He picked up this frozen turtle, and I want to say it was a kid or a boy was frozen up under the ice, so they had to call 911, to get the kid out. But yeah, he was. You know what? Sometimes I am rendered speechless. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Sean's Journey out.